This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It is a general reading for the month of September, so not everything will resonate with everyone. If it resonates with you, please take it as you will, and if it does not resonate with you, please leave it. This is like the third time I've tried to do y'all's video. Something keeps happening, so we're getting new cards each time, but so far they've been the same message, so we're going to do it again and see if we get the same message. In meditation, I did see a lot of three-dimensional shapes with edges, so like a lot of cubes, and I don't know what they would be called three-dimensional, but like hexagons and octagons and shapes like that, but three-dimensional. Lots of shapes with edges, and then they started kind of like everything started to like pulsate really slow and turn very purple and get very round, like slowly. So what I gathered from that is that you're either on edge or on the edge of something, like on the verge of something. So either your attitude or your you is on edge, or you are on the edge or the verge of something. Whatever that is, through the month of September, that may start to smooth out for you. So like if you're on edge, that energy may start to smooth out for you. If you're actually on the edge or the verge of something, you may start to see things more clearly, or be able to make a decision, or whatever, through this month. I did see a lot of purple, so it could be something spiritual, or maybe on the verge of taking you in the direction of something to do with higher self. Okay, and I'm shuffling on camera. I'm going to lay the cards on camera because some people want me to shuffle on camera and lay on camera. Some people want to see my face, some people want to see the cards. I hope y'all can hear me over the shuffle. That's another reason I don't shuffle on camera. But I guess I'm just going to do whatever, and you let me know what you want, and I will do it that way for you, Pisces. So let me know in the comments below what you like better, and I'll start doing it that way. So we're going to pull some oracle cards first. Since I did see all the purple, this is the deck that I gravitated towards whenever I opened my eyes. Okay, aura, observation. Pisces for the month of September. One more, just one more. Fickle. Okay. Flowers, fickle. Okay, so maybe there is something going on around you that you need to observe and notice. Maybe something you're either choosing not to see or just haven't been very observant. It's possible you could be too busy. There's a lot of reasons that we don't observe things, that we don't want to see them, or we just can't see them, or we just haven't seen them because we've been too busy. And then fickle. Okay, so you're on the fence about something. You need to make a decision. Time to shit or get off the pot. Sorry. That's what I get. Perhaps you need to observe a little bit more of what's going on around you in order to make the decision you're being asked to make. Like I said, that the cards are not wanting to shuffle for me. That on edge, that on the verge, on the edge of something, on the fence, maybe. Pisces, the month of September. So Ace of Swords, victory. And Two of Pentacles, options. Okay, so Ace of Swords is having to do with the head, right? Mental clarity. So maybe if you observe a little more of what's truly going on around you, you'll be a little bit more clear on whatever this situation is, whatever this is that you're on the fence about. Okay, obviously you've got some options, okay, possibly to do with finances, home. And I'm sorry about the card shaking. I have my fan going. It's kind of hot in here and it's blowing the cards. But you have some options, so perhaps that's why you're on the fence. Possibly trying to keep a balance or juggle whatever is going on with you without making a for sure choice. But that's not going to last. I mean, either you're going to make the decision or universe is going to make it for you. That's what that's speaking from experience. It does seem to be an earthly matter, you know, property, finances, physical, something three-dimensional. And that could have been all those three-dimensional shapes I was seeing. Like I said, there were lots of three-dimensional shapes with lots of edges. And like I said, they were getting round as I was meditating, smoothing out. So there's that Ace of Swords, that victory, that mental clarity, that raw power. Seven of Swords, loss. Okay, so you might, when you observe what's going on around you, you might experience some loss or have to face that you've lost something. Okay, I feel like you're trying to ignore a situation, Pisces. You're trying to ignore something, but it's not going to go away, babies. It's not going to go away. Eight of Swords, restriction. Okay, so yeah, this is self-imposed restriction, okay? Self-imposed, and it's refusing to see a situation. Or it's kind of choosing to stay blind. All right, so you're definitely being called to observe what's truly going on around you. And then we get the Ten of Swords ending. So huge call to make this decision. All right, Pisces, for the month of September. Swords, 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 swords. So lots of air. Some could be dealing with someone with a lot of air in their charts, but it doesn't have to be. But it's, swords are very mental. Okay, swords are very mental. And then you get the Three of Wands, motivation. Okay, so definitely you need to be looking in the future, foresight. Okay, this you have no limits, you have no boundaries. You need to be thinking outside the box. Okay, you don't need to limit yourself. You have the potential, you have the motivation. You just have to maybe dig within or see what's truly going on around you. For whatever reason, you're either not wanting to see it, not wanting to face it, but it looks like you will have some mental clarity. Okay, and unfortunately it's going to come with some loss, because right now you're in this state of self-imposed restriction and being blinded by your own will. Okay, there's nothing actually restricting you but you. All right, but it's come to the end of the cycle. So like I said, you can either do it yourself or the universe will do it for you. Okay, but you have no limits. You can do this. Okay, so there's no reason to be being fickle. You're to be being fickle. You're definitely being called to make a decision. Okay, and you do have options. You do have options, and the decision seems to point to something physical, something three-dimensional, something in this like plane of existence on the you know, property, finances, physical sort of level. Like I said, the three-dimensional shapes, but I was seeing a lot of purple. So like, and if you notice here, wow, I just noticed all this purple. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. And then all of these swords are purple. So it's like, whatever the decision is, you know, you need to make, it's come to an end. I feel like it will put you on the path to your higher self, to your true path, your true journey, you know, in alignment on what is right for you. Ooh, okay, big stack came out. So King of Swords, ambition is the first one that came out. Four of Pentacles, security. The Hanged Man, limbo. Death, transformation. And 3, Queen of the Ocean, abundance. Okay, let me put this deck down. Okay, so ambition, King of Swords, more swords. Okay, this is a natural born leader. Okay, this is a strong ambitious energy, and you have this. Why are you ignoring this? I feel like this is you and not a situation that you are in. I feel like this is not the people that you are dealing with. This is you. This whole little stack here is you. Okay, you have ambition and you are holding yourself back. You're not wanting to see the real picture of what's going on around you. And perhaps you have been in observation. Perhaps you have been. And you're just choosing to ignore what you've seen. Okay? And then this Four of Pentacles comes out, the security. So again, we're dealing with, I feel like are you making a move? Are you trying to make a move, like a physical relocation or a, switching jobs or something? Because it's like you don't want to make the move. You don't want to take the loss. You don't want it to end because you feel like you're not going to be secure. But do know that, yes, the Four of Pentacles is security, but it's almost like a false sense of security because it's just material shit. Okay, if you're not on your true path, if you're not on your journey and in alignment with yourself, the money and the property and the physical things don't mean much. Okay, And then this hangman being in limbo. So, I mean, he's hanging by his own, well, I mean, just this little fucking vine, you know, and he's in water. He could swim away at any time. So you can make this decision at any time. I mean, you're just choosing to kind of hang on for whatever reason. And I feel like the reason is because you're scared that you're not going to be secure if you end this situation or this relationship or this job or whatever this ending is for you, okay? And this death, this transformation, okay? You've got to do it. It's time. It's done. The cycle is done. You're not getting any more out of it. So though you may be secure, Pisces, you're not growing, okay? You're not growing, and this fickle-minded kind of behavior that this thing that you have going is not working for you, and Spirit is asking you to make a decision, okay? It's done. It's done. It's time to move on. And this 3 is the Queen of the Ocean in this deck. It's the Empress in the traditional tarot. But you will be abundant when you make this decision. Universe knows what you need, okay? Our Creator knows what you need. And if you are in an alignment, and if you are in your path, in your right path, you will not go without, okay? And this is also, she's like, I see her as like the mother of all things, okay? She's a nurturer, okay? Nurture yourself. Nurture yourself and leave what is no longer serving you, okay? I would say you need to observe. Some of you may still need to observe what's going on around you, but I don't really feel that. As I pulled more cards, I think you've already seen. And for whatever reason, you're not wanting to leave the situation. I say for whatever reason, but I feel like you're scared. I feel like you're scared, like that you may not have enough finances or enough support or whatever, so you're just going to kind of stay in limbo for what? It's over. It's done. You need to move on, okay? It's time to transform. It's time to take this next step, all right? And this is also the card for Scorpio, death. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. And if that's the case, I'm not saying that, like, if this is a relationship for you, if this is how it resonates with you, I'm not saying to necessarily leave the relationship, but it's time to leave the relationship like how it's been going, okay? It's time to take it to the next level. It's time to move forward. If you're in this, I feel like this is some kind of stagnant thing. You know what's going on. You've seen what's going on. Either you already have the mental clarity, or you will soon have the mental clarity. Some of you and some of you, okay? Some of you already have it. Some of you will soon get it. Like I said, all of those edges. You are on the verge, or you are on edge, physically, mentally on edge, okay? Yeah. So I'm going to pull you some animal cards, Pisces, for the month of September. And if this is a, you know, like a relocation, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just do it. Fucking do it. Then again, nah, fucking do it. I would say, because you get the Hanged Man, which is sometimes, you know, needing to kind of stand back and you know, take everything in before you make a decision. But I don't feel that. I don't feel that, because I feel like you've seen enough and you know it's time to go. I feel like you're not making a decision because you're scared, not because you don't have all the information. Pisces for the month of September. Woo. You may defend yourself honorably without hurting those close to you. You can move on. You can do what's right for you without hurting anyone's feelings. There is a tactful and a gracious way to handle whatever you're going through, Pisces, because it is time. It's time. So if it's a career, you know, it may not necessarily mean leave the career, but it might be time to go in and ask your boss, or, you know, for that raise and be serious with it, or that promotion. It may be time to go into business for yourself, okay? If it's a literal relocation, it could, you know, it's time to start planning and get on with that. If it's a relationship, it may be time to leave it all together, or it may be time just to take it to that next level and be serious and not settle for less. Whatever it is screaming. Spirit is screaming at you. It's come to an end. So that may be why I saw so many three-dimensional shapes with edges. Perhaps you've been on the edge for quite some time. Be present and incisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. Okay? So I mean, I feel like that's what I've already said. If you are following your path, if you're in alignment with what your Creator has in store for you, I feel like, of course there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be obstacles in anything that you do. I mean, but they will be overcome if you are in alignment with your true path. And like I said, most times, I speak from experience, if you're not going to do it, the universe will do it for you. So it's up to you. Do you want to stay there and fight it tooth and nail, okay, and resist this and just be completely unhappy and it's like things will not manifest that way. They won't. It just doesn't work that way. So you can fight it and you can resist it and you can hit all of these ugly bumps that are holding you back, or you can go with it, you can flow with it, and you can make the changes that you need to make, okay? Be present. Just be in the moment, okay? Be where you're supposed to be, in alignment with your true path, and you will not have to worry. Your obstacles will be overcome, and you will be abundant. You will not have to worry about not being financially secure or having a place to live or whatever. It will work out the way that it's supposed to work out, because that's how it works. Okay, that is it for your September reading. Pisces, I love you so much, and I do hope you got something from this. Again, this is for sun, moon, and rising. So if you know your moon or rising sign, please do go back and check out those other videos. And I will see you next time. Namaste.